up to the current final installment of the Syberia series. The World Before. Bit of an epilogue after that odd last two in the original trilogy. Yep.
Quack quack meow meow woof woof dot dot.
See, you've expanded your repertoire. Hello. I was live not that long ago to do, oh dare I was spending Christmas with my family. Better? Are we good now? No? Okay. Is that better? Okay. As for why I haven't been on for a while, I was spending Christmas with my family. So, until like a day or two after, I didn't go back on. And then I finished up Syberia 3. It wasn't that great an ending. Out of the original trilogy, I would honestly skip 2 and 3. Yeah. This picks up a year later. Apparently she's being held in a coal mine.
I
Alright,
imagine
shoot.
you are aware of the business that brings me here. My name is Kate Walker.
No, I have not.
My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory.
I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Where can I reach him?
Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Model XC2000. My
I'll
common
have
name
to,
is Oscar.
You said you were a train engineer?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted update. I wanted results.
Hey, please!
Olivia,
I'm flattered.
tell me what's going on. I'm well aware that this trip has taken me far from New York and far from the Kate you once knew.
Are you leaving us, Kate Walker?
And you know what surprises me the most? I don't miss it.
Take me to Syberia, Kate Walker.
I promise, Hans Varberg.
What news have you got?
Kate Walker's gone, far away, into another world.
It was really a beautiful voyage. Now it is time to say goodbye.
Oscar!
I'm afraid she's too far gone. We're losing her. She ain't gonna be coming back.
They didn't skip Syberia 3.
3 months ago, nomads found her dying in northern Syberia. Born in New York in the United States. Walker. Kate Walker. She is very quickly going to become a problem.
Kate Walker will always represent a problem for us, and also for our cause.
How did I end up here?
We Yukos migrate with our snow ostriches to the sacred lands.
Miss Walker, the Justice Department is looking for you, you know.
I'm not going back to New York with you.
It's a long journey, a very special journey.
At this point, instead of recap, it just feels like the store promo.
Kate Walker, no!
Almost a year has passed since Kate is held prisoner in her mind by the militia. And I missed the rest of that. Oh well. Oscars, I love. Okay. Capitalism is just a tool. Depends on how it's used. There's capitalism that's used to control imperialistically, and then there's capitalism that's just used to produce and survive. Right, even. Don't see a lot of that nowadays with mega corporations though, so short supply. Well, you forego capitalism, the only other incentive program you have is barter. And that's a lot harder to manage. Unless it's a small community where everyone has something that everyone else needs. Rather than sprawling cities that produce a couple of things, then it needs everything else produced from everywhere else. No. Socialism is not based on barter. Socialism and communism actually come out of the same core idea. It's just that in practice it doesn't really work. Just like how capitalism can be... No, they actually are. Socialism was the idea before Marx came up with the Communist Manifesto. It's a derivative of socialism. And in Marx's works, a lot of the scary ideas in communism were already in his version of socialism. So it's bad all around. There are people who will always use any system imperialistically, become power brokers. The best you can do is look at how the game works, get yourself in a better position, so you can protect yourself, protect your family, stuff like that. That's literally just another Imperial power. Ha ha. Oh, you do not want that burden. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Unless they literally don't care about the NPCs, then they can do whatever they want. Until their reign topples. That's actually not far from the truth. That's scarily accurate. Not in the way you're imagining it, but that is kind of how social media runs nowadays. Your comment about a teacher wanting to hear me lecture. Oh, someone leaves the door. Dislike? What dislike button? Yeah, I was thinking I might fast forward my idea of. Hey Nettie, thanks for following. I might fast forward my idea of reading 1984. Because the guy that wrote 1984, along with a couple other books under the pen name George Orwell, he was an escape. He's somebody who escaped from like Soviet Russia, and he was a critic of the communist system. Ah. Noted. Which means I actually have to put it on schedule. I'd like to get an actual hard copy of the book. To do it, though. Yeah, Microids... I don't think Microids is an English development company. So, I believe the first Syberia was developed in French. I'm not sure about the other ones. The third one involves a lot of Russian, even though there's English voice acting. The first and second involved both French and Russian, but they didn't feature so heavily, at least in the English. So yeah, this is rather quite the niche. Yeah. Koala Labs, I think, is the publisher that picked them up more recently. They did the ports for the first three. And now they've published this one as well. At least I think they're the publisher. Anyways, enough dawdling, let's hop into it. I kind of grew up on them. The first Myst was the first real video game to enter my household. Assuming you know what that game is. Because that was the original point-and-click puzzle game, and it's an absolute classic. But it's really old. Like, plays on Windows XP old, or Windows 95 old. Yeah. They've done some upgraded ports of it, but yeah, the 3D version where they replaced all the pre-recordings of people that were kind of had that grainy film effect with CG renderings was really bad though. It's disappointing. If you can somehow get the original images to display well, which is unlikely because it's really low resolution, I'd recommend playing it in the original format as close as possible, at least. Spring 1937, a young woman runs through the streets of Vagen, in the capital of a small Central European country. Her name is Dana Roze, and she must arrive on time for a very important event. Oh, the writer. In loving memory of Benno Sokal. The writers passed away. Whoa. Oh, now that is pretty. I cannot guarantee that. Right, this is the past. So of course the automatons wouldn't be in their height. Well, there's a place that sells food right there.
I need to hurry. Frau Beckmann said she will be waiting for me on the square at the top of the main street.
That voice acting is good. I like the animations too. Those are really good. Nope. Can't really explore much.
Big day today. Hey, Dana?
Afraid so, Herr Baumgartner.
Main square.
Looks like everyone left in a hurry. Oh my goodness, they must all be waiting for me on the square.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? My wife and I...
We can't really pick and choose what we zoom in on. Okay, yeah. The hints are part of that menu. Good to know what style you like. A bow tie on my avatar would be pretty fun. The edges have a very specific filter on them. Beating heart of Europe, Wagen. The edges of the screen. It's very slight, but it's like when a screen or picture frame fuzzes at the edges and the colors separate.
Not bad at all. I wonder if Papa would sell it in his shop, though.
Whoa. Dirty back alley. Ha ha ha. So pretty the next corner over, though. I wonder if Oh.
The ghetto. Mama and Papa often talk about it when they think I'm not listening. They say that more and more Vagarans are being forced to live here. Anyway, I'd better not hang around or I'll end up being late at the square.
I think all of the signage is German. Yeah. I'm not totally sure on how to pronounce all of that, though.
Damn bloody Vagaran.
The National Socialist Party of Ostertal. I think that's what Papa calls the Brown Shadow. Nothing but yobs in uniform, according to him. I'd better not hang around here.
That's a little on the nose. But it is the French flag. Going down what corner? The right. Oh, we already went down into the ghetto. Oh.
Goodness, a rock?
Oh no, vandals.
Are you all right?
None for the worse for wear. What worries me is it's getting worse every day.
That's what my father says.
Never mind, eh? Always look on the bright side. At least, it's prompted me to make some repairs that I've been putting off.
Do you know who did this?
I've got a good idea, yes. Good for nothing hoodlums.
I see who you mean. They only feel big and strong when they're together, though.
Right. But people like that can be dangerous when they're driven by an ideal. Especially when it's based on hate and the rejection of other cultures. And they hold no love for Vagarans, that's for sure.
I don't know if I'm a Vagaran too.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Oh, never mind. We must all make do with our lot in life, huh? I'm sure I'll get by. Besides, what choice is there? Hmm? Enough talk of nastiness. Ah. I see you're carrying a music case. Would you be the lucky young lady who's to enchant our ears this year?
I am. And I should go. It's nearly time.
Well, let me congratulate you first. Music is one of the few pleasures left to us nowadays. So, thank you, Fraulein. Thank you for spreading it around. Would you like to do me the honor of writing something in the cement before you go? I'll add the date like they do in Hollywood. It's all the rage these days, you know.
Well,
Unless you're worried, it would make you late.
Volkswagen Swan.
all right. I will.
I should have
Here
done
you
a
go.
cliff. That's gonna have a consequence.
Ah, lovely. The great white swan of Wagen.
The immortal symbol of our beautiful town.
A very fine inscription indeed, and one that will no doubt be here for many years to come, whatever may become of us now.
Thank you, mein Herr. I really should go now if I don't want to be late at the Music Academy.
I'll be listening from here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I was not expecting that.
What's the point of damaging books? It's disgraceful. Same thing happened last month to the shop of Papa's friend, Herr Zimmer. At least, if my concert's a fiasco, I'll still have left my mark here for posterity.
So, German and French. They're using both languages.
Is it that late already? Frau Beckmann will kill me if I don't get to the square on time.
I could keep exploring for a while, but let's get on with the story.
That must be her. Good grief.
Twitter died.
Guten Tag, Frau Beckmann.
Ah, Fraulein Roze, there you are. A few minutes more, and you would have been late.
Please excuse me, Frau Beckmann, but I was delayed on the way.
May I have your convocation notice? Thank you, Fraulein Roze. Now, remember, performing at the annual spring concert is a great honor and rewards the best Music Academy student of the year. So it is imperative that you show yourself worthy.
I will do my best, Frau Beckmann.
The piano is ready. Make this day yours, Dana Roze.
Now that is quite the piece. I sure hope it doesn't make me play.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right, Dana. You'll not make any mistakes, and they will come out of the tower.
Come on, play something then.
Oh, good grief. I'd better get started quickly. I have to activate the piano first. There's a mechanism on the side of it.
Okay.
Everything's ready. All I need to do now is arrange my sheet music and begin.
A little model. Box on the side of it. It's a wonder Hans Vorarlberg's machines are silent. So many moving parts, you'd think it'd be clanking a storm. Not quite. They get rusty a little too easily. Ha! There's more? So, automatons can play wind machines too? Ha, not even holding them to the mouth. There's another one! Swans. Holy mackerel. This place must be rich. Insanely rich. That's what they can afford to have as a clock tower? How long did it take for Hans or his father to work on this commission? Iron Tiger. Salt mine. Winter 2004. Okay, we're back in the present. Well, that seems like a listless guard. Looks even more like Lara Croft than the last game. I'm surprised she doesn't look more worn. Seeking Kate Walker, Nick Canton's reports. Oh, she took his book. Ha! I wasn't thinking like that, Warren. I mean, like, hard work can age you. It's just a stress. It kills you faster. Even if stressful jobs are, quite frankly, necessary to get important stuff done. That's really hard to do even in the best conditions, especially when you're past your prime. And it's easier for guys to do physically than girls. To a degree. Not really. I know I'm going to have to change myself in order to do better personally. Like, I'm not going to be able to avoid stress and actually get myself into a position that I need to be in to do better in the future. Much less now. This is more like a hobby. Uh, yeah. You can waste away without stress too, but just too much, you kill yourself too quickly. Too little, and you atrophy. You waste away. Yeah. Miss Olivia Foster, 1 Lexington Avenue, New York City. Dear Mrs. Foster, this must be, Kate's mom. We have not had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Nick Canton, a private detective. A few years back, I was asked by the law firm Marston and Lormont to find Miss Kate Walker and bring her back to the United States. You read a pirate detective? Oh. Yeah, cursive is a little strange until you get used to it. Find Miss Kate Walker and bring her back to the United States. As you will know, she is wanted by the police for alleged misappropriation of funds. The pursuit of your... Seeking Kate Walker, Miss Canton's reports. The pursuit of your friend has been hectic, to say the least. Indeed, I fear it has affected my mental health. I ended up being the victim of a serious accident and now find myself in the Valsenborg clinic where I am convalescing. That would have been terribly unbecoming. This is where the parcel you sent to Kate Walker ended up. Landed up. Your address was written on the back of the envelope. I am given to believe that Miss Walker was among your closest friends, which is why I am writing to you. Foster. Not the mother, the friend. I should explain that I am no longer mandated by anyone to find the young lady. However, I must admit that I'm still keen to carry on with my mission. My sole objective to try to warn Miss Walker about all the trouble she keeps getting herself into and, if possible, persuade her to come home. That's not the stance you took when you last saw her. Nevertheless, I must admit that as I write this letter, I have no idea of her whereabouts, especially since my long convalescence has meant that I have lost track of recent events. I'd like to pick up my investigation as soon as possible to find your friend and hand her your letter. Yours sincerely, Nick Canton. Monster of Lake Valsenborg. So he got stuck in that Cookie Hospital from the third game. I wonder how he managed to get out without being dissected. To put it in the bluntest terms. December 23rd, 2004. Dear Mrs. Foster, how am I getting these recent letters from Nick Canton? I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to inform you that I have managed to locate the Yukon nomads. They were escorting Miss Walker the last time I met her. It felt more like she was escorting them. They told me that despite the sacrifice of Oscar, the automaton, to protect her, she was taken prisoner by a dangerous local fascist militia. After almost a year of laborious investigation, this trail has allowed me to localize Miss Walker with near certitude? Certainty? What kind of language is this? Hey, and it's those. I mean, he was in the hospital of Dr. Olga. How was he not? I don't even know. She's detained in a salt mine. This mine is in reality a labor camp owned by a consortium of mobsters and neo-Nazis in search of vestiges of past grandeur of their nation. I have just arrived in the region. As I expected, the mine guards refused to hand Miss Walker over to me. They even pushed back my attempts to bribe them, a bit on the light side, though, I must admit, due to my deplorable finances. The guards nonetheless assured me that she was well. For some reason, they burst out laughing on mentioning her close relationship with her cellmate and the way in which the two young women protected each other. In return for the small amount of cash I could muster up, the guards promised me they would give the parcel to Miss Walker. That's how she got the letter. Simona Kayleen. Is that her cellmate? In the meantime, until I find a way of getting her out of this hornet's nest, I have no other choice but to believe them. Okay, that's one of the guards. That's the parcel. And some change. Contact Katyusha. Use introspection to review the situation. But okay.
God, another day of hard labor. What are you gonna do now, Kate? Jeez, can't believe it's been almost a year since the militia sent me here. Gotta get out, move on, whatever that might be. But how, though? No news from outside, nothing. Does anyone even know I'm here?
She sounds like she's aged.
Someone must be looking for me, mustn't they? Mustn't they?
I mean, Nick Canton just gave you a package saying, yes, I am looking for you. Because it's kind of the only... Nick Canton is probably just as a lost traveler as Kate Walker now. Code of Conduct. Cell section 3, number 3. Cell number 31. Occupants Katyusha Spiridonova, Kate Walker. Section manager Simona Kalinina. Code of Conduct. The color assigned to your team must be visible on you at all times, both outside and inside your cell. Any non-compliance will be punished. Salt extraction quota must be filled every day. Any non-compliance will be punished. The extraction of ivory and/or patriotic relics must be reported to a site staff member immediately. Any non-compliance will be punished. Ivory. Patriotic relics. I think their interest in the Yukos is a little more close to home than just getting what they consider vagabonds out of their home country. You must respect and obey your section manager, but also the entire site staff. Any non-compliance will be punished. Meals and rest are privileges, not entitlements. Any abuse thereof will be considered as non-compliance. Any non-compliance will be punished. Each cell is granted a privilege of 5 liters of water a day. Any abuse thereof will be considered as non-compliance. Any non-compliance will be punished. Okay, so you need to drink 2 liters of water a day in order to stay healthy, stay regular, get your body moving stuff out of your system. And you have 5 liters, so that's 2 liters for each of you, and 1 liter to do everything else you need water for. Pushkin's poem. In the depths of the Siberian mines, keep your proud patience in the depths. Oh, the title. In the depths of the Siberian mines. Keep your proud patience in the depths of the Siberian mines. Your sorrowful labor and great ambitions of your thoughts will not be wasted. Hope, the faithful sister of misery, will wake up your courage and amusement in the dark underground. The desired time will come. Love and friendship will come to you through the somber gates, as my voice reaches you in your miserable holes. Heavy locks will fall down, prisons will crash, and freedom will greet you gladly at the door, and brothers will give you the sword. Alexander Pushkin. Oh. Katyusha's guitar pick.
Katyusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
You look like you belong in a punk group yourself right now, Kate. No offense, but seriously. The skull with the butterfly with the anarchy symbol on it.
I better freshen up first and see how Katyusha is. I'll pick up my gear after. Better not hang around getting ready. Simona isn't the worst guard here, but best not get her back up.
Anything else to explore? Freshen up, right? That means... Nope, can't. Use the sink.
Sleep okay?
Like a bear.
Yeah, I heard. Better get ready, Katyusha.
I feel like I've been run over by a tank.
You okay?
Sure. Digging an assault mine 12 hours a day in the hope of finding a fragment of ivory? Couldn't be better.
Don't let it get to you.
Maybe I'm a fool, Kate. Maybe I should have listened to my folks. If I had stayed in line in the National Choir like a good little pawn, instead of forming an anti-establishment punk group, I would not be here now. I'm glad I've got you, though.
Listen, Katusha. We're going to get out of here, right?
Yeah, right. If you say so.
Today's the day we're supposed to take over from Team Orange in Gallery C, right?
Don't remind me. They say it's really tough. Isolated with no rescue party on hand. Which is crazy, because it's the worst gallery for cave-ins.
I'm pretty sure the reason they look like that is because A, they have all their hair chopped the same way. B, their hair gets dyed with the rock dust, or coal, salt, whatever it is. That is not Kate's hair color. I doubt it's Katusha's. Well, it's just from like the dirt. Oh, so their hair is dyed because they're blue team. Didn't consider that. Hey, Snatcher. If she successfully manages to be fat in the middle of a labor camp mine, I'd be impressed. And disturbed and worried.
We should get going, Katusha. I mean, what if the guard catches us slacking off when we should be ready?
Who? Simona? She's no altar girl, but she's not the worst around here.
True.
But I will be ready in time to leave. I just want to get all the rest I can.
Come on, Katusha. Better get ready.
Sure. Okay.
5 minutes, no more. Da?
Da.
Yeah, shut off the water quick. You only got 5 liters. Most of that just went down the drain right now.
Better not forget your good luck charm. Don't think I've ever seen you without it.
Wait.
That's all I got left.
She got Oscar's heart back? She did. How? And it's looking worse for wear.
There's all Oscar's data inside. I was lucky enough to steal it from the militia soldier who picked it up at the frontier between Baranur and the Yakast. I just need to find a compatible body for it. That is, if I ever get out of here.
Eesh. Oscar's not looking great. There's some serious warping on some of this. That's not metal, is it? That's leather. Syberia 3? Yeah, the games were interesting. The puzzles were interesting. Story felt more consistent than 2. Still not quite as satisfying yet. That is a very good question. As far as we know, there's the body that was manufactured in the Vorarlberg factory that the first game starts in by Hans's sister. It's designed by Hans after Whatever that town was from 3. With those more rudimentary, whatever serial number Oscar is. I can never remember. I already forgot about the bar guy.
Don't forget your gear. We'll need it in Gallery C.
I'm trying to remember which girl that was.
Glad you're here.
Let's stay close, Katusha, okay?
Ah, yeah. Sarah.
Team Blue! Hey, you've got mail. It's for you, Amerikanska.
Thanks.
No stalling you here. You got 5 minutes to see what's inside. Or else a less friendly face will come to get you.
Okay. So somehow I had the entry for this package before I got Nick Canton's package. Oh, we got tickets. A plane ticket. Gate closed. Seat. Boarding pass. Plane ticket to New York. Oh, we're not going back to New York. Are you crazy? Oh, what is this? A swan.
It belonged to my mother. I used to play with it when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
This melody stuck with me throughout my childhood. I remember even my mother couldn't find out what it was called. It belonged to my mother. I used to play with it when I was a kid.
Is it just gonna keep on playing? I think it is. Found you had to take it with me?
Olivia Foster, New York. What could she have sent me given our dispute after my leaving with Hans?
Yeah, she's looking pretty aged under some of that grime.
Strange.
What?
August 23rd, 2003. Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time for you to make preparations to return to New York. Your mother, Sarah Walker, passed away last night at Mount Sinai Hospital. She had been doing poorly for several months, and her death was no doubt a release. The funeral will take place Thursday, next week. We pushed back the ceremony so you can be with us. If I'm not mistaken, returning to the United States means you run the risk of having to answer to the law.
Can't be worse than
Sometimes
that.
it's better to pay your debts to society instead of being forever on the run. And for once, just put aside those senseless, adventurous pretensions of yours. They've already cost you your friends and family. I beg you, Kate, please come back and say goodbye to your mother. Call me so we can organize your return in the best conditions possible. I've enclosed your mother's pendant. According to her, you used to love the mystery of its melody. I promised her I would send it to you. Call me for the sake of what's left of our friendship. Olivia, 212-359-1519.
Well, she didn't know that when she wrote the letter. She only got into contact with Nick Kenton more recently. Bridge of the Mist.
Well done, Dana, dear. I'm so proud of your concert on the square at the Academy of Music. We shall find a pretty frame for your diploma.
Thank you, Mother.
Once you've finished your studies at the Academy of Music next year, you'll be able to start higher education at the Paris Conservatory. Won't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
Then, my darling, you'll become a great concert pianist. You make us so proud, doesn't she, Anton?
Of course. Of course.
So proud.
I don't want to leave, or I can't wait. Can't wait.
I can't wait to see the Paris Conservatory, even though I'll miss you both terribly.
And it's perhaps not such a bad idea for you to move away from Wagen. Times are hard at the moment for people like us. I do worry about your health still. Thankfully, Herr Gustav agreed to take you on at the mountain refuge this summer.
Oh, yes. The mountain air will do you a world of good, my dear.
By the way, did you write to Herr Gustav to thank him?
Oh, well, I was very busy rehearsing the concert, you know.
The gentleman is offering you a job, Dana. Thanking him is the very least you can do.
Yes, Mother, I'll do it right away.
Okay, we got 2 different diaries going. Read the documents in the shop. Dana's diary, 11 a.m. Frau Beckman is expecting me. She's the rectoress of the academy. Better stop writing. Don't forget the notification. Kiss parents. Jump in the first tram. Now off you go, Dana. It's still the same day. These are time stamped. No, the other one starts on the next day. May 23rd, 1937, 7:30 a.m. There had to be an important event for me to begin this diary. So the big day is here. I've been chosen among all the students at the Music Academy to play the swan song, the Hymn of Wagen. Now we know what the song is. It's the Hymn of Wagen. On the main square. The city has a hymn? Der Schwarzengang. Didn't sleep last night, feeling terrified. Can't even bring myself to play that beautiful melody again before leaving. What does it matter anyway? My fate will be played out later today at 12:15 precise. There's always a big crowd on the square for the occasion. 8:30 a.m. Either got butterflies or not butterflies. Got butterflies. Couldn't eat a thing for breakfast, even though Mother made her delicious chocolate and apricot sachet tart cake that I usually adore. My parents will be coming to see me. They can't leave the shop on a day like today. It's the best day of spring for retailers. And anyway, perhaps it is better this way. I don't know about that. I could not bear being disgraced in front of them should I fail to make the grade. 10 a.m. Mr. and Mrs. Zimmer have arrived. They come more and more often these days. It's always for business, though. Father keeps saying whoever will listen, saying to whoever will listen that there is no such thing as too much business in times like these. While the men get down to dealing in the study, Mrs. Zimmer is an art dealer. Mr. Zimmer is an art dealer. Mrs. Zimmer keeps mother in the shop. 11 a.m. Frau Beckman is expecting me. Right, we already read this. Here we get the notification, kiss parents, jump in the first tram, now off you go. June 1st, 1937. Concert went like a dream. What a relief. Feeling more confident now than ever to apply to the Paris Conservatoire. Just one more year at the Wagen Music Academy and then my journey begins. My journey to become a concert pianist. My dream. I can help my parents pay for the tuition fees thanks to the summer job I've managed to land at the mountain refuge of Syberia. It was Adam Zimmer, father's friend, who put me in touch with Herr Gustav, the manager of the refuge, who sent me a letter of employment. So my journey begins.
Herr Gustav, my future employer. Thanks to this summer job, I'll be able to help Papa pay for another year of schooling at the music academy.
Fräulein Roze, I am pleased to announce that I have selected your application for this summer's seasonal job at the refuge I am in charge of. Your contract will begin on Monday, 5th of July, and will end on 31st of August. We expect this to be a busy period. Our refuge will be welcoming a group of scientists who have come to train in the mountains before they leave for an expedition to the east. Your daily duties will mainly consist of serving at meal times and contributing towards maintaining the refuge. Since I read on your curriculum vitae that you are students at the Academy of Music, I will also ask you to perform on the piano some evenings. In addition, you will be fed, housed, and laundered throughout the duration of your work. I am looking forward to your arrival and wish you an excellent end of the school year. Gustav Renner, manager of the Silberspiegel Refuge. Oh. That's the paper to write the letter with.
The diploma Frau Beckmann gave me after my concert on the musical square. Thank goodness she didn't mention I almost arrived late.
I get the feeling it's actually possible to arrive late in this game. Wagen Music Academy. This is to certify that Dana Roze has successfully completed the third cycle of piano education. Directress Karina Beckman, head teacher Ekman Kruger. Sounds familiar. Year 1937. Is Hans even alive at this point? No, he can't be. Oh, I can leave. What? Oh, he was? Okay. So he's not inventing the town square automatons, even though that absolutely looks like his handiwork. Because who else would make some absurdly intricate contraption such as that? Herr Zimmer. 20th of May, 1937. My dear Anton, I've received the paintings. Given their quality, I can only congratulate you on getting them at such a good price. I can already tell that they will find a buyer amongst my American clientele and will get a return on our small investment very shortly. Okay. So that's the possible American connection. How Roze, which is likely the mother of Kate's mother, so Kate's grandmother, as far as anyone can tell. Maybe. On a more personal note, I wanted to thank you and your lovely Lena for the message of support included with your package. The doctors seem optimistic about Miriam's recovery. I think she should be back on her feet this summer. With each passing day, I'm ever more amazed that we have such a strong woman did me the honor of becoming my wife. However, I did not hide from you that we are both terribly downcast. Despite Miriam's medical history, that charlatan of an obstetrician had left us with serious hopes that this unexpected pregnancy would turn out well. Although it was really hard for us to take such a final decision, we decided not to run the risk of being met with further disappointment in the future. This concerns Miriam's physical health and, it must be said, the mental health of us both. I imagine that all that there is left for us to do is to learn to live with the idea that we will grow old alone. Miriam and I without any children. Oh. Do they adopt what is likely going to be Rose's baby? Herr Zimmer. Doesn't sound like Walker. In such circumstances, my dear friend, you will understand that every day God gives us, we wonder about the expediency of remaining here in Osterthal. Right, the country where this capital city exists. While the sound of the Brown Shadow's boots can be heard more and more in our streets. Yeah, that flag is a little on the nose. Miriam and I would perhaps be safer on the other side of the Atlantic, where, as you know, I have the benefit of strong professional relationships and some well-placed friends in the New York art community. In any case, please know that your and Lena's support went straight to our hearts. This further proof of the unwavering loyalty that binds our two households has been the only ray of sunshine for us in this particularly somber time of our relationship. I thank you both again for this renewed expression of our honest friendship. Yours truly, Adam.
I ought to put these away before I lose them. I'm pretty sure I know this piece by heart now anyway. The Hymn of Wagen, my favorite concerto.
What? Not gonna add to inventory? Guess not. Hey.
It's stuck. Papa really ought to tidy up.
Ah.
Maybe I could use it to write my letter to Herr Gustav.
Right, I have to look around first before I can find the pencil to write my letter. Got it. So the frame is in the way. Can I move the frame at all? I'll take that as a no. Okay, I can just absolutely waste my time getting lost in this place. This is wonderful and terrible all at the same time.
Papa, could your pen be around here somewhere?
Could be, I suppose.
Papa is so untidy.
Ah.
Papa's pen. Perfect.
So I have different options.
Papa is so untidy. Vorarlberg automatons. These machines are incredible.
Why is Oscar on the front page? That makes no sense. Did Hans develop Oscar based on something that already existed? Vorarlberg Manufacturing, Automaton Factory. Made in France. Are you the happy owner of an Vorarlberg automaton? Remember that they are guaranteed for life. Sure about that? In any request for any request for a replacement, repair, or refund, please write to us at the address indicated on your warranty card. Who are we? Located in the Valley de l'Aisne in the French Alps, Vorarlberg Manufacturing are on the cutting edge when it comes to precision mechanics. Our state-of-the-art automatons are renowned throughout Europe and embody both the quality of our work and the respect we show our customers. We think all our creations must have that little extra something for that will make them unique, a genuine extra bit of soul. Vaughan and us. Although we, Vorarlberg Manufacturing, pride ourselves on having a close relationship with all our customers, we maintain an even stronger relationship with Vaughan and his people. Why are we so close? During one of his travels, our visionary chief engineer, Hans Vorarlberg... Oh, so he's literally already making stuff. That stuff in the square absolutely was his. It has to be. Discovered a Vaughan that had been devastated by a notoriously terrible fire. That explains the decrepit state of the ghetto street. Mr. Vorarlberg was moved by the situation, so he made our factories part of the effort to rebuild and mechanize the city. Which explains why it's all in the infrastructure. The trams, the very ostentatious clock tower. And who knows what else. Restoring its eternal beauty while propelling it into our modernity thanks to the latest automatons from our workshops. You just can't get away from the guy.
These were all very interesting readings, but I should get back to writing.
You could close the drawers when you're done, little Miss Nosy.
So, gold pencil, ink pen. Read documents in shop. So apparently I've read all the documents. So I can leave out that way. I can leave out the other way.
Don't forget to be very polite towards Herr Gustav.
Danny Puppet, I'm busy right now.
I ought to write that letter before I go up to my room.
Okay, that's our room. Got it. Ink pen. Formal or friendly? I'm literally not sure. Formal or friendly? Formal seems appropriate. I kind of want to go with friendly, though. Friendly.
Dear Herr Gustav, I would like to thank you for...
here, you filthy Bulgarian!
Don't, Anna, it's too dangerous.
Oh my! What in the name of...
Well, I see that it didn't really matter.
Dana, darling, no, give it to me, please.
And it's got the...
Oh my goodness.
What does it say, Father?
It's nothing, Dana. Nothing but spite.
Will they ever leave us in peace?
Come on, Lena, my dear. Hey, come on. Look at me. Don't let it get you down. Huh? Or we'll both end up in Paris with Dana.
We're pissed. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
Piss off out of here, you filthy Vagarans. Horrible!
That's literally what he just said. I missed my chance to explore. Shoot. Iron Tiger area, salt mine.
Kate! Come on! We need to get to work now.
Ignore.
Kate, please. They'll beat you up if Simona finds you like this. Kate, stop this. You can't change the past. Now come to work before you get us both killed. That's it. I'll get started working now. You push the cart closer and come dig next to me, okay?
So her mother died.
I'm very
here
sorry,
before.
love. But we'll have all night long to cry.
December 27th, 2004. Just a quick word to let you know that I'm... Oh, when Kate met Hans, she was 30. Hans was a very old man. Like near deathbed, but still walking old. So, Hans is 17 in 1937. Kate Walker meets him 2002, 2003. No, more like grandma. So Hans is easily an 80-year-old man when Kate meets him. December 27th, 2004. Just a quick word to let you know that I went back to the mine. Well, yeah. Given that he left on the back of a mammoth on the mythical island of Syberia, that absolute funky acid trip of the second game. I think that was a given. He is currently an exoskeleton and a bag of bones up in the Siberian grasslands. Just a quick word to let you know that I went back to the mine today to try to buy Miss Walker's freedom with the money you raised with your husband. They got married! Dan and her got married. And there's the money. Unfortunately, though, they refused again. It seems the militia prefer to punish Miss Walker for standing up for the Yukon nomads than to receive any money. As if that isn't bad enough, another bribe enabled me to get confirmation of what you and I feared most. Miss Walker apparently broke down on learning about the death of her mother last year. But she just got the parcel. How is this letter being written? How does Kate have it? That makes no sense. Whatever. The fact she missed the burial service really cut her up. Even her cellmate can do nothing but to bring her out of a deep depression. I fear she will die of grief if we don't act quickly to find a way of getting her out of that unearthly place. Oh. Okay. Letter from Olivia. Plane ticket. Oscar's heart. I think Oscar is kind of going to be the only thing keeping her hanging on. As the moment she finds a body and gets Oscar's heart installed. Oh, she's not even sort of.
Stuck. Brakes are on. Huh, what a surprise.
So you can be with us.
That's just her self-talk, isn't beating her up, isn't it?
No one to hold her hand.
August 23rd, 2003.
You missed this.
Yeah, that's definitely her self-talk. In Olivia's voice.
You didn't say goodbye. She was scared. You broke her heart. You deserted her. She died asking for you.
Uh-oh.
Kate, watch out!
And Okay, she's fine.
Sorry, I didn't see.
Hey, look! Come on, let's go and see.
Oh, now she has some sensibility. Although she has been rather dragged through the mud for the past year. Eh? What?
That could be our ticket out of here. Let's check it out. Oh my god.
Wait. Are we in the town I think we are in? Inquiry about
Hmm. Still looks pretty strong. No, I don't think so. Better try something else. This carriage is more luxurious than the other ones. Maybe a dignitary's? What the heck happened here? How in the world did those bodies get here? Let alone the train.
War.
What the heck happened here?
Nope.
How in the world did those bodies get here? Let alone the train. Looks like it was caught in a rock slide decades ago. Crazy to think that no one's found it. Until today.
That furniture is familiar.
Another body. It's a real trail of carnage here. Jeez.
Nothing? I don't get to find any keys? No clues? Just lore?
Kate, what are you doing?
There's a dead body inside.
Leave it alone. You'll bring us bad luck. You get back here.
More bodies. What happened here?
I'm expecting to find keys whenever I find something. Okay, that's probably the way that we came. Okay, what is that?
This cave is reinforced by those old structures. Must have been meant to shelter trains. And for a long time.
So, the train was supposed to be hidden in this cave. But it looks like it all went wrong after the rock slide, when these men were executed.
If there's the slightest chance of escape, better seize it. It's too late to turn back now.
Yeah, her inner voice sounds much older than her her spoken voice. Like Not like aged old, like worn old.
Wow, that's deep. Can't even see the bottom.
Yeah. And it means the tunnel on the other side is cut off. Must be the way out. I can see the light at the end.
How do we get across that?
I'm sure there's a way. Follow me. I have an idea.
We're traversing the inside of the train like it's a bridge. Very, very sketchy. That's my guess. No.
If we build up enough speed, we should be able to use the height difference on the edge of the precipice as a takeoff ramp to get to the tunnel on the other side, and then get to the surface.
Sure, that is if you can get the thing started.
Don't worry about that. Back in the days with my band, I always used to repair our old van on tours.
Okay, but wait a second. First, I want to take a closer look at these bodies and maybe figure out what happened here. Looks like Second World War uniforms.
They belong to the Brown Shadow, the fascists who triggered the war before they herded up and massacred millions of innocent people.
So they literally rewrote history to be appropriate for this very censorship age.
They were shot.
In the back.
Same as those over there. Full tank of gas. And it looks as if they were headed for the exit tunnel.
It's like they were ready to head out.
Looks like they were in a hurry, judging from their position.
I wonder how a bunch of World War II fascist soldiers ended up here.
Right. And who killed them just as they were about to ride out of here.
One thing's for sure, though. We've got to give this motorbike a try.
What? What are you saying? You mean you want to jump over the ravine?
Exactly. But the keys aren't on the bodies, I checked. They must be somewhere inside the train. You go and find the keys while I take a look at this motor.
Will do. You'll be okay?
Don't worry, love. I'm sure this beauty and I, we're going to become best friends.
I don't really use Twitter all that much. On a rare occasion, I'll go on. But most of the time, it's just no. I go on when I go on.
What the heck happened here?
Nope, can't
How in the
expect
world did those
them. Got
bodies
it.
get here? Let alone the train.
Like a wizard, expect me when you see me. I always say at the end of every stream, I'll see you when I see ya. Because I know myself a little too well. Am I gonna find the key this time? At all?
Sorry, whoever you were, but I need to do a quick search.
Then that's what happens.
That must be the shooter.
Did he shoot himself when he was done?
Nothing interesting here.
That's all. That's the nature of the internet.
Let's search somewhere else. I don't think I can make any use of that. Let's search somewhere else.
Officer's suicide note. Thursday, April 5th, 1944. I will be nothing more than a sack of bones by the time you, whoever you are, read this letter. Every day I have learned to be ever faithful to the fatherland and to carry out my duty in the name of our illustrious leader. I would not have wanted it any other way. As per my orders, we have managed to accomplish our mission of securing the train in the agreed place of refuge hidden away from the enemy hands. However, due to a landslide, we are cut off from the exit tunnel, so we are condemned to remain here forever with the train so that High Command can one day retrieve the secrets it holds. That's what the militia is looking for. This is a blessing in disguise as the Red Army from the Eastern Front approaches. They literally didn't change the name of that, but they call this the Brown Boots. This is a blessing in disguise as the Red Army from the Eastern Front approaches, and we would most likely have been captured anyway. This way, at least, our secret is safe. The troops have become alarmingly disheartened, and so, to save them from betrayal and dishonor in their movement of folly, I have been forced to shoot them. For I have reason to believe that in their desperation, they were planning to try and escape on their motorbike and then run into the enemy to reveal the whereabouts of the train in return for their liberty. Like they had that before. I have hidden the ignition key as a matter of form. It now remains for me to do as duty dictates in the name of our leader and our homeland so that this treasure will remain hidden until High Command is in a posture to retrieve it. Yours, Major Christian Sutter.
So this brown shadow officer shot his own men and then killed himself to make sure the train was never found by the Allies. Whatever it holds must be priceless. Major Sutter's last drink to give him courage?
Nope.
Major Sutter's last drink to give him courage?
Uh-huh. Ha! Ha! No! Haha, yeah, of course not.
He wore stripes. Must have been the brown shadow officer in charge of the train.
Brown Shadow. Not Brown Boots.
Shot himself in the head. Awful.
What? Ha! Ha ha ha! Only point of interest left.
Strange, a hollow shape. There must have been something in it.
Why does that look like Hans Vorarlberg's rotary stage thing he had for him and his sister when they were passing audio messages along, keeping you history? The only thing that looks like it could fit is the lamp. No. I mean, what I need should be nearby. She's looking surprisingly fashionable for someone living in a salt mine. Now that I think about it, but that's kind of how these games go.
Major Sutel's last drink to give him courage?
Okay, I have to find whatever fits in that spot. I heard something shift. Yeah, they're not making that. Wadjet Eye games? I don't know what those
That
are.
must be the way out. At the end of that tunnel there.
Wadjet Eye games. I've never really heard of them. Pixel art retro style, okay. Unavowed. I picked up Blackwell. I never really started it. New York-based indie developer. Okay. I think I picked up Blackwell.
Go find the ignition key, Kate.
Okay. So I need to find something that fits.
What the heck happened
Nope,
here?
nothing new.
How
Got
in
it.
the world did those bodies get here? Let alone the train.
Chair. Hints? I mean, it won't say no, but it could also just turn on the hint system. My first guess would be like, move the lamp into the center of the table. Whoop. Nope. Unlock hints to achieve an objective, and I have not used any.
I'm sure he won't mind if I search his desk.
Okay, got it.
Nothing interesting here. I don't think I can make any use of that. Let's search somewhere else. Nothing interesting here.
Oh, hello. Whoop. Ha! Hidden drawer. Ah.
It's a distinctive symbol of the Brown Shadow fascists. Many countries have banned it, and that's just fine by me.
Officer's keys.
One of the keys is still covered in blood. Must be the one for the motorbike.
I got something else to open up before the motorbike. Diary? Nope. Ah, I don't get a choice. Come on.
Got him!
Well, this is probably not going to work, so.
It hasn't been started for too long. But leave me to it and I'll see if I can get it going. If I can just get it to kick start, we might be home free.
Anything I can do? We haven't got much time.
No, I'm good. Why don't you look around? Maybe inside the train there's something that can help us once we get out of here.
Okay, I'm on it.
Nice. They separated them.
The key to the carriage.
Stolen relics, of course.
Kate, your chariot's waiting.
Hey, what are you... Holy crap.
Aha.
Wow. This is worth a fortune. I can't believe it.
This is gonna come in nicely when we're on the road, babe.
A masterpiece. The
Very
Brown Shadow
impressive.
must have looted it during World War II. It must be priceless. Now I understand why the Brown Shadow wanted to hide the train so badly. There's a veritable fortune in loot here.
Hold on. These are the paintings from Rose's parents' place. Yeah, they are.
hate to think what became of the owners of all these stolen objects.
Oh my god. You gotta see this.
Yeah, it's pretty well done. I like the color of the rock face there. Is that what fascinates you?
No, Kate. There! Look! It's right under your nose.
It dates from 1937, apparently, but I can't make out the signature. Cola? Koba or something like that? Anyway, what's so fascinating about it?
You mean you can't see? Take a closer look.
Sorry, you'll have to be more specific, Katusha, because I still can't see.
Look again, there. The girl. She's your spitting image.
Well... You really think she looks like me?
Come on, you gotta admit it's incredible, right?
Either way, I suggest you put it away. We'd better get going.
You don't see the resemblance? Yeah, she looks nothing like what Kate looked like in the first 2 games. And now you have characters with faces that look exactly the same. And then when you look at Rose's face in the past, it is very different. Yeah.
It's amazing. Come on, Kate. You gotta admit she looks like you. It must be a sign.
Hold it right there, girls.
All right. You've caught us. But take a look inside this carriage. The train is full of treasure. We can all escape with tons of it. Just look.
Don't move.
I can see the shadow of the brown shadow in her insignia. But that just might be the wings.
Listen to me, Simona. You've always been good to us, so why can't we help each other now? We'll be stronger together.
Sure. You've been nice little prisoners. I have nothing against you personally. But why can't I keep the treasure for myself? I could leave this rotten prison. Nobody will know. I could even say you tried to escape, which wouldn't be a lie.
Simona, don't.
Don't take it personally. I just need a change of life. I think you can understand where I'm coming from.
No!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Rock. Yep. Bang.
My sweet Katusha.
Oh, Kate. Poor Kate. Now you're on your own. With a train full of treasure.
Don't talk. You need to save your strength.
No, no point. Kate.
Hush, Katusha.
Listen. That girl in the picture would have been so cool to go looking for her together, wouldn't it?
Nothing's changed. I'm still taking you with.
No. You gotta go. You gotta go and find out before the guards come. Find that girl, all right? Kate? Love you. Remember me, Kate. I'll close my eyes now.
To do literally anything after you get out. Which is kind of what Kate's been doing ever since Hans left on his own excursion. Even before then, actually. She just got infected by the wanderlust.
Goodbye, sweet Katusha.
Is the guard unconscious or dead?
She'll get to live. If only I could have given Katusha the same chance.
Noted. To look for a story.
Over there!
So she just learns of her mother's death. And now she loses her cellmate slash lover. I mean, they gotta be out looking for her. Not to mention she's leaving it very hard. Muller Wagen. The swan. She makes the connection with the swan. So she thinks there must be something there. Because Kate and her mother did not know the story about the lullaby of the swan, the music box. And now she has a clue. You know, if she got that ticket like a year late, she must not be able to use it at all. Go to New York, so not like that's an option either. Fog and Flower District, autumn 2005. Takes her a year to travel? Well, I mean, she does grow out her hair.
Miss Walker? Miss Walker? Ah, there you are.
And she gets her coat and scarf back.
Please excuse me, Frau Wagner. I was trying to decipher this. Is everything okay?
I found these for you. They might help you find that Müller shop you asked about.
Thank you, Frau Wagner. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, dear. I'll be at the reception desk if you need anything else.
So somehow she gets her getup from the third game. With the hair? Yeah, I suppose. Wagner Post. Wartime spoils found in clandestine salt mine. The discovery of a clandestine salt mine in the Iron Taiga region has both shocked campaigners of human rights and rocked the art world. It is reported that police descended on the illegal underground enterprise following a tip-off from a former slave. Kate tipped him off, got it. But slave labor was not the only surprise the police had in store. In one of the caverns, they discovered a steam engine with several wagons full of prized wartime spoils. The missing masterpieces and other precious objects of art are said to have been stolen by the Brown Shadow during World War II. The find is estimated to be worth several $100 million. Police Chief Viktor Polinsky said the operators and the jailers have been detained and the mine has been dismantled. The slaves have been identified and after a short period of hospitalization will be released to their next of kin. According to one hospital source, many slaves have been reporting that they had not been mining salt as was previously understood, but ivory and strange artifacts. You call artifacts? Most likely. The police have not yet commented on these reports, only stating that the investigation is ongoing. With regards to the stolen art, Polinsky added, once our team of art experts has listed and identified the stolen objects, the difficult task will be to return them to the rightful owners. However, Chief Polinsky and his team might not have to look very far for the owners of many of the items. The authorities have already received hundreds of calls from people around the world claiming to hold proof of stolen family heirlooms and artwork. That's why she had an interest in that. Eh? 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 It looks like a modern interface on a should not exist old-timey computer. So I'm going to be staying in this room for a bit doing some research, am I? I get the feeling there's going to be less adventure for Kate, more research.
Now I get why they call this part of town the Flower District. It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me fine. I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
Oh. A Vorarlberg invention? Okay, here's Nick's Canton's report. December 30th, 2004. Dear Miss Foster. Dear Mrs. Foster. Oh, right. Dan Foster was the boyfriend turned... Or the fiancé turned boyfriend of... Catherine Carey? The friend. The best friend. It is with great pleasure that I am able to inform you that Miss Walker has escaped from the mine. Sadly, however, according to the guards, her cellmate did not survive the breakout. That makes one more death for the fugitive to mourn. She apparently headed west towards an unknown destination. Maybe she's headed for an airport? Who knows? The plane ticket that you sent with the letter might have had the desired effect. After all, there weren't any more castles in the sky for Kate Walker to go searching for, are there? Don't bet your savings, buddy. November 7th, 2005. Dear Mrs. Foster, thanks for the information on your last letter. It should allow me to get back on the track. If Miss Walker was last seen in Vaughan, then Vaughan is where I am headed. I can hardly believe I've been searching high and low for almost a year now, from East to Central Europe to pick up Miss Walker's trail. She seems to have kept away from the main highways and cities, but there have been a number of sightings from country people and misfits. They mostly speak of a mysterious foreigner of few words. Apparently, her only goal is to make her way westward, crisscrossing minor roads on her old motorbike, only pausing for short breaks, or to do odd jobs to pay for her next tank of gas. Hey, he's got a clue on the pendant. Is that a picture of Kate's mother wearing the pendant? She apparently doesn't bond with anyone and never divulges her motivations. The witness unanimously confer that she spends moments of rest listening to her mother's music box you sent her and contemplating some strange painting. Okay, time for the actual crucial clue. Come on, come on. Fine.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Müller that are likely to sell art supplies.
Müller and Ochs, Clockwork, Vaughan since 1842. Nope. Müller, pawnbroker, paintings, gold.
No, I can't see this type of shop selling cases like that one for the painting.
Much chocolates, toffees. Müller and Son, antiques dealer. Müller and Wagel. Food, birds, care. Müller and Schultz. Sandals, boots, bucks, moccasins. Müller General Store. No. Detlef Müller. Hatter since 1880. Elegance, chic. Mullen. Fishmonger's fish bait. Can't read that word. Gourmet restaurant? No. Müller and Merckx? Bicycle shop. Pharmacy and medicines? No.
What about this one?
Check 3 shops that are likely to have sold the painting case. Clockworks, chocolates, toffees, food, antiques dealer. Gotta be the general store, doesn't it?
These 3 make up a good basis to work from. Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
Okay, pawnbroker, paintings, gold. D3. 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the afternoon. D3. Vaughan. That's gotta be the one.
This one could do the trick, I guess.
I wasn't done. Pardon me. General Store, E5. No.
Don't think there's any of the shops in this district.
C4. Nah. Not at all. This is 2004. Did we have QR codes in 2004? 2005? Yeah, I was just wondering if the QR code worked. Is this like actual tourist information for a city called Vaughan? Or is this just a game thing? Yeah, it's micro. It's got it. Vaughan Jets for Emir weekend tour. Take advantage of the early bird pricing now. Nicknamed the City of Automatons, following the mechanical modernization of the famous Hans Warleberg, or the City of Music, because of the considerable influence the city had in the field of music, particularly through Wagnerian classicism. Vaughan welcomes about 3.7 million tourists every year. Thanks to its rich history, Vaughan benefits from a remarkable cultural and architectural heritage. Music is a higher revelation than all wisdom and philosophy. Ludwig van Beethoven. Since 2001, the historic center of Vaughan has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it literally has game images as tourist trappings. That's hilarious. Most beautiful place I've ever seen so far, Romaine. My recent travels have led me to discover many cultures and places, all surprising and enchanting as each other, but I don't know why. Vaughan will have awakened in me something like a call. Catherine. Hey, that's Kate. It's been a few years now that I walk in the streets of Vaughan in the steps of a friend. It's an incredible adventure, which I will never forget, and which, I hope, will give the temple to an even more beautiful chapter. Amanda. Walks on the banks of the River d'Ombre. Automatons and their history. Our best addresses to restore you in the Vaughan spirit. Explore. What's on? Oh my goodness! They really went all out in this lore site. Hashtag Vaughan Moments. Share your favorite moments in Vaughan. The usual tourist photos of like food and stuff. There's a lot of food here. It's just all food. They're all cafes and food. Before you leave, listen and watch. And then there's the launch trailer for Syberia, A New World. Or the world before. And more tourist trap pictures. Discover our story. Well, that's a nice touch. Wood and marble-esque looking vinyl soundtracks with the brown shadow logo in the center. Listen or buy now. Side A, A Hymn of Vaughan. 2, Forgotten Train. 3, Lost Days. 8, Walker, The World Before variation. 5, Dreams to be Broken. 6, A Nice Person. 7, Rising for Adventure. Side B, Dana Roze. Legacy, Forgotten Memories. 4 iron legs, 2 different minds. The world before, a quiet place. Lenny Renner, resistance, not just a living specimen. Leon Cobatus, side C, moonlight tension, material instinct, a detour she will always regret. The Syberia battle, the devil's past, bitter liberation. I'm getting some, yeah, the final looks amazing. I'm getting some, spoilers here off of this site. An end to everything. It's fine. It's not too much that couldn't have been guessed already. Side D, Olivia Foster. She shows up, doesn't she? Just a ghost. There will always be a train. Shattered destiny. Vaughan tourism. And it literally has an address and an info tourism site and a telephone number. How deep did they go with this? Can you actually call the telephone number? I need to know. Well, here goes. Right. My plan doesn't have calling for outside of North America. And the code starts with a long distance number 5. Whatever location that is. But, as far as we can tell, it is a number. I wonder if that's in France, where, the studio is that makes this game. But honestly, that is great. Three shops on the map. I need to find 3 shops on the map? But E5 I ruled out. Pharmacy, medicines, clockworks. Clockworks. Not the right year. No. These chocolates. Shoes. General store. Hats. No. Fishmonger. No. Restaurant. No. Bikes. No. I have to find 3? Like, no. C4. Okay.
To find the whereabouts of the shops I'm interested in, I'll need to get the info from the phone book. To find the whereabouts of the shops I'm interested in, I'll need to get the info from the phone book.
No, come on. I already knew that. What's E3? Clockworks. No. Although that is near the end of the town square hallway. D2. What's in D2? Nothing. C5. Pharmacy. general stores in E5, but that's gotta be a no. Wait, Rose had to take the tram. The tram. Sanatorium Baden.
The directions of all the shops are in the phone book. All I need to do is find them on the map.
Okay, so which means...
Okay. So these 3 shops are the most likely to have sold the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
Yep, this one.
Feels risky to pick the Müller shop in this district. It seems to have changed a lot. Maybe I
Then
should
this one.
explore my other options before making the final call.
No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably my best shot. Better hang on to the address.
Haha. Müller, no. Müller and Son, antiques dealer. Was added to your documents.
Just need to get the painting from my room, and I can go and show it to the antique dealer.
The music box is unknown of unknown. She doesn't know how many are made.
I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
These doors do look like the hotel that she first shows up in Valley de Lan. Hey, Snatcher. Do we come back to this place often to do a lot of research? Because this receptacle right here seems a little odd to be only like one use. Müller shop.
Way too many results that way. I'd never have located the Müller shop. Good thing I had Frau Wagner's documents.
Lumine OS location. Wagen, Osterthal. Wagen is the capital of Osterthal, a small country in Central Europe with a population of 9 million people. The city is built along the banks of the River Domvre, the 3rd largest river in Europe, and is bordered by the Alps that separate it from Switzerland. As the 4th largest German-speaking city in the world, Wagen is renowned for its history, with its origins dating back to the 4th century? 6th century, and for its architecture largely influenced by the Art Nouveau movement. Devastated by a fire at the beginning of the 20th century, Wagen became largely mechanized due to its subsequent reconstruction. It since offers numerous curiosities that have fascinated generations of travelers and tourists. Its population, estimated to be at 1.5 million inhabitants, was subject to a marked decrease during the Second World War. Wagen, like the rest of Osterthal, was annexed by the fascists of the Brown Shadow. These fascists generalized persecutions against the significant loyal Wagen community. Significant local Wagerian community. So wait. They were literally racist against the people who called it home. What? Like, they're literally named after the city. Whatever. Identity politics knows no bounds. Until the community was wiped out during the genocide set up through Europe during the following years. Yeah, the hymn of Vagan. The number of Algerian victims from Vagan is estimated to be over 100,000 people. Iron Tiger. Okay, so the computer is literally Lumine OS. Got it. Iron Taiga. The Iron Taiga refers to a region of Eastern Europe that has remained largely wild. It is mostly known for having been a defense line for the USSR during the Cold War. Soviet forces deploy a large amount of heavy military equipment in the... Yeah, that actually does sound like an excuse that someone would come up with. Soviet forces deployed a large amount of heavy military equipment in the region for the prevention of an eventual attack from the forces of NATO. Much of this equipment was abandoned on the collapse of the Soviet Union and left to rust or to be recycled by scrap metal and arms dealers. The region is rich in salt and includes a number of industrial hamlets that emerged with the expansion of mining. The activity was subject to a strong decline during the perestroika or restructuring era, when the Soviet industrial fabric was sold piece by piece to the private sector. Some mines remained open but became the theater of shady operations linked to organized crime and identity splinter groups. I have a mailbox?
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
Ha 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 ha. Just got rid of all of them. The history doesn't matter. Just gone. I'm just surprised this Lumine OS. Well, I suppose this is supposed to be like the Windows or Linux of this world. It has the brown shadow instead of the Nazis, so whatever. People in organizations. Necrology. Katyusha Spiridanova.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katyusha. We would have found the shop together.
Mondial Magazine. The Fallen Idol Goes Missing. January 14th, 2001. Katerina Spiridanova. Katerina, not Katyusha? What? The one-time idol of Soviet youth is reported missing. The child prodigy, also known as Katyusha, joined the prestigious Soviet choral at an early age. Many who were her fellow countryfolk who shed a tear on hearing her performance on state radio of the famous song that gave her her nickname, Katyusha. The homonym owes nothing to chance. Indeed, Katyusha's parents, devoted party officials, had planned out her life with the goal of making her the epitome of the modern citizen. Okay, so she was very much under the system, and she wanted out. But on reaching adolescence, Katyusha began to rebel, moving from one more or less radical libertarian group to another. Katyusha ended up supporting every struggle against the established order. She militated for the rights of women, homosexuals, and every oppressed minority in general. Okay. A defiance took shape in the early 2000s when Katyusha co-founded a punk group. Their provocative lyrics and parody of cabaret and patriotic songs began finding an echo in circles with a liberal tendency in the West. It would seem that the young woman disappeared in mysterious circumstances a few nights ago after a concert, when driving an old van belonging to the band on a country road. The wreck of the vehicle was found at the bottom of a river. However, one police source confirms that Katyusha's body has not been found, but that all of the evidence suggests that her body had been carried away by the river. This has been contested by the other members of Katyusha's band. The young woman claimed that their leader's disappearance was mandated by their political enemies to reduce their friend to silence. There is nothing, however, to support this conspiracy theory. Sarah Walker, her mother,
Mom was buried months ago.
New Jersey Times. Obituary notice. Months? Years. It's 2005. August 25th, 2003. Sarah Walker, following a long illness, sadly passed away at the age of 65 on August 23rd, 2003. Involved in the field of culture, especially in opera, and much loved by her neighbors and friends, she leaves behind her happy memories to all who knew her. Sarah was also the mother of the brilliant lawyer Kate Walker, who has not been seen since she left for Europe over a year ago. Okay. The burial of Sarah has been postponed by 1 week to give extra time for the news to reach her daughter. It is hoped that Miss Walker will be able to come home to say a last farewell to her mother. Because, of course, they make that all public. But it's also just for the purpose of the player. Olivia Foster, a long-standing friend of the family, invites all those who would like to pay their last respects to Sarah Walker to attend the religious service at 2 p.m. on August 28th. Olivia and her husband, Dan, would like to thank everyone who joins them in their grief, as well as Frank Malkovich, the staff at Mount Sinai Hospital. Organization. The Brown Shadow. History. The Brown Shadow. The Brown Shadow was a term used... You were born at Mount Sinai Hospital? The Brown Shadow is a term used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the... Just a note. Maybe don't make that public. Tech organizations have enough information on everybody already. No need to make it any more obvious about where your genealogy comes from. Used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the 1920s in Central Europe. It rose to power in the 1930s and subsequently won over the rest of Europe, so triggering the Second World War. In addition to civil and military victims of the ensuing conflict, the racist ideology of the Brown Shadow was responsible for genocides that led to the systematic and organized deaths of millions of people. True, but at the same time, you're kind of airing out your history to strangers on the internet. That stuff never dies. These genocides were carried out in a systematic and relentless manner until the liberation of the victims by Allied forces. Okay, so it's a lore box. Got it.
I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time by the fire. Hope it still works.
It's a charming fireplace. World War II Remembrance Tour of Wagen. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm just a little too aware of that stuff. As a tribute to the thousands of Algerians deported or killed by the Brown Shadow during World War II, this remembrance tool will take you to the major locations where wartime horrors took place. Lovely. We hope you will leave time for some silence as you stroll along this moving walk through history. It will take you to the following locations. The Bridge of Mists, the district that suffered the most from the terrible anti-Vagerian raids in 1938. 1 year after Roze starts work. Remembrance Lane in the Musician District, where Vagerians from the ghetto were cold-bloodedly executed along with those who tried to protect them. And finally, the central train station, where thousands of innocent people were loaded onto the train of death. We will remember them. Highlights in Wagen. The musical square, currently under renovation. The must-see destination of Wagen. No one can say they have visited the town until they have not at least seen one of the incredible mechanical concerts. Currently under renovation. There is no fixing Hans machines, I'm sorry. The central station. Whether you arrive or leave from this station, one thing is for sure. Its typical architecture is a landmark in its own right. The Antiques District, one of the places I'm going. A destination not to be missed. This district is full of surprises on every corner, just waiting to be picked up by the knowing bargain hunter. The Bridge of Mists. I'm going to be visiting all 4 of these, aren't I? An idyllic view over the Dombre. Unique architecture and numerous traditional shops featuring local crafts. This historical monument is not to be missed.
Hans. According to this flyer, he came to Wagen during one of his trips.
Are those swans mechanical? They look kind of mechanical. I wouldn't be surprised. 1919. Osterthal is formed from the dividing up of several states after their defeat during the Great War. Wagen becomes its capital in a difficult economical climate. 1933. As the Great Depression from the United States reaches its height in Europe, the situation becomes critical in Wagen, with an unemployment rate exceeding 25%. 1934. Wagen owes its salvation to a strange French inventor by the name of Hans Borleberg. This young man, on passing through the town on one of his numerous trips to the east, stayed in Wagen to mechanicize the entire city, which was destroyed by fire, so creating thousands of jobs that boosted the stagnant economy. Okay, so he taught the craftsmen how to make the stuff. There must be clockmakers that can still do the work, just like Steiner could back in Vorarlberg. Back in the 3rd game. So creating thousands of jobs that boosted the stagnant economy. Before he disappeared as he had appeared. He disappeared as he had appeared. We owe him notably the town jewel, the musical square. 1938. After years of growth, brown shadow fascists annexed Wagen. There followed a night of murderous raids against the Vagerian people. 1945. After years of fascist occupation, Wagen is finally liberated by the Allied forces consisting of Soviet, American, British, and French troops. A victory greatly facilitated by the local network of resistance fighters. 1955. After a decade of being administrated by Allied forces, Wagen, and by extension Osterthal, recovered its full sovereignty and begins to transform its local economy. 1995. Osterthal becomes a member of the European Union. Okay, and it was just those 3 over and over again. Whoa! Whoa! You can just do crazy Dutch angles like that.
I understand why Wageners call their town the heart of Europe. It's literally in the center of it.
Okay.
That's Germany over there. I wonder how far Bauhauptstadt University is from here.
Well, what kind of path did Kate take? She started in France. She traveled to Siberia. And somehow either ended up back in Russia or Germany? I do not follow.
Vaughan is surrounded by the Alps. Switzerland is right on the other side.
There's probably pieces missing to my mental map. Should have listened more in geography. Although it was mostly just Canadian geography. Rather than the rest of the world.
That's not my room. Better not go in.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room.
We saw that painting on the first chapter on Rose's side. It was there out on the street. Someone had just finished it.
Katyusha's punk group. Would love to have seen them.
I'll find her, Katyusha, just like I promised. And we'll find out who she is, or was.
Nice. It seems like a lifetime since I enjoyed some good old-fashioned comfort. Room might not be as cozy as a you-call yurt, but it's sure more spacious.
Wouldn't have sweated too much since half the locations are fictional? Yeah. Because, I mean, you got Syberia and you got Syberia. And the only difference is I and Y. And they didn't even specify that in the first game. Or they barely did. Hey, that painting again.
How strange to be here in Vaughan. After months of roaming from east to west on a motorbike, after taking odd jobs here and there to build up a little nest egg to finance this trip, and to be able to stay in this guest house for a time. Lucky Frau Wagner let me in despite my appearance when I arrived, with my meager means. The days when Marson and Lormont paid for my travel expenses seems far away now. It's like they were someone else's memories, fading away with passing time. Guess I've changed. Since the death of Mom and Katyusha, pursuing my hypothetical double on the painting turned out to be too tempting. Comforting, even. In any case, I promised Katyusha I would find her.
You know, regardless of the deaths in her family and friend slash lover, kind of a mourning of her past life does make sense for this game.
The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine.
The tone it's setting, where Kate's basically going over, she's chasing after this mysterious woman as a retrospective of where her own life has led, due to her own choices. That's a very specific. 1937, 1944, 2004, 2005. The officer's suicidal notes. Painting near a mountain, can't decipher the painting's signature. I know where the painting's been made. At the, what's it called? Whatever. Her place of work. Rose's place of work. The young woman on it. Who is she? The painting was hidden in Major Sutter's train. Why would Major Sutter have it? He must have been part of the occupational force of Vaughan at some point. When he was a foot soldier, maybe. Looted by the Brown Shadow. Frontaga. Iron Taiga. Train got caught in a rock slide. I found Major Sutter's train with Katusha from Iron Taiga, 2004. The painting was made in 1937. Was it stored in a music case? That was Rose's music case. Holy crap. The painting, I mean, I suspected the painting was made by, like, a lover of hers, but... The painting case mentions a Mueller shop in Vaughan. Need to find the Mueller shop. Yep, got it.
Perfect. I just need to take this painting to the antique shop I found earlier. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me how to get there.
Kate has been chasing castles in the sky, as they say, since the end of the first game. Yeah. First-hand, it's dream of finding the last mammoth, then helping the Yukon people in their migration. Always some crazy adventures others don't really understand. Okay, so it has her starting to question why, and to what end. Okay, yeah. That absolutely makes sense. And it plays well on the other games, even though the second and third one are kind of just absolutely bonkers. To some degree. Painting 1937, the signature is quite hard to decipher. Looks like it starts with a K. Visit the district before you leave. So I can visit the district outside. Anything else? Nope.
Oh, hi, dear. So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
Yes, I was even able to locate the shop I'm looking for. Thank you so much, Frau Wagner.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
The guest house.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here.
I already like this gossip to a degree. I mean, it's bad to gossip, but I like her. She seems fun to talk to.
I'd love to know more about you, Frau Wagner.
Oh, there's not much to tell, really. At least nothing that would change the course of history.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Wagen, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my husband until he died a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
The room's just perfect. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable. And it's not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
I have a few questions about Wagen.
Good, because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Wagen, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Wagen, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful, and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Wagen and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Wagen is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
She's used to giving the whole spiel.
Apparently the shop I'm looking for is located in Wagen's Antiques District. Could you tell me how to get there from the guest house?
Your best bet is to take the tram, miss. The town centre is almost entirely pedestrian, and your motorbike won't be of any use there. You'll find the nearest tram stop at the top of the stairs, to your right as you go out of the guest house.
My, quest here is closely linked to the region of Wagen. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937. Was this an important date in the history of Wagen?
Not that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then. All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
I found out about the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
Doesn't surprise me. Wagen, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
Should I knock? I'm gonna knock.
If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a call.
That camera is so bad. No, no, no. Why would you do this? Even a pan would be better than a swivel.
Have a nice day, Miss Walker.
the Dombre Guest House. According to what I've read, the Dombre is the longest river in Ostertal and runs through Wagen.
How did I get this in here?
Pity Wagen is practically all pedestrian. After all those months on the road, I've gotten kind of fond of that old bike.
Restore it. It'll be your next Wanderlust project. She's gonna keep the bike just like she keeps Oscar's heart. I doubt Oscar is actually gonna get a body. Nothing of the sort in this game. Ooh, fancy estate. Some of the architecture does feel very much Vorarlberg or Valle d'Ilene.
This district is just so beautiful.
Oh,
must be the Botanical Gardens. Too bad it's closed. Must be the
Come
Botanical
again?
Gardens.
What's
Too
with that
bad it's
pagoda?
closed.
It looks just like the pagoda that's the organ is on. The piano? It's hard to tell with that thing. From the central district. So every district has like a square. Although I imagine the antique district center became a flea market. Does this not count as visiting the district before I leave? Oh, hello. Oh. Trash corner.
Going by what Frau Wagner told me when I first arrived, this used to be a working class district. Nowadays, I bet everyone wants to snap up these old houses, just like in Brooklyn.
Even the
Well,
fire hydrants.
The guest house in that neighborhood sure are the best things to happen to me since... Who knows? But I should go and take the tram now.
So the downspouts and the fire hydrants are all animal themed. This seems familiar.
Ah, there's the famous Wagen tramway. I'd better take a look at the map to see which line to take for the Antiques District.
Okay, not getting past there. That. Yeah, that camera swivel is aggressive. Okay, the map is a nice touch. You know what? Just a nice nice set of detectiving around a quiet town is probably the closest this game is going to get to recapturing the charm of the first game. and I like it.
Have you heard what the Thor uncovered up in the mountain?
At Devil's Pass, you mean? I did hear something on the news before coming out. What's the latest then?
They reckon they found remains dating back to World War II, when Alpine resistance networks led refugees across into Switzerland. Nasty times were those.
Yes, not the best times in our history, were they?
She's looking for the mountains already. Neon. Oh, I get to just enjoy this until I hit continue. Okay, fine. I thought it maybe show me more variety. Vaughan Antiques District, Autumn 2005. Pull the stalls before you talk to the antiques dealer. I can literally just take... Got it. I believe this is the district with the sanctuary. No. Silberspiegel. Nope. I knew it. Flea market. We're not even at the square yet. Erbrechen fund in illegal whatever. Wagenstimme. Further surprising finds in clandestine salt mine. Investigation into the clandestine salt mine discovered in the Iron Taga region after a tip-off have taken a surprising turn. We previously reported the incredible discovery of a brown shadow treasure train in the salt mine along with a slave labor force housed in rudimentary underground cells. Police investigators have now unearthed a collection of invaluable artifacts along with a store of mammoth ivory deemed of a major significance by anthropologists around the world. Knew it. Experts hope that carbon dating will confirm that they are from Neolithic times, in which case these finds will prove the existence of a mythical East European empire corresponding to Great Russia. Is that a callback to the one conqueror in the Yukon that tried to unify all of the Yukon tribes of the steppes? Furthermore, it has been confirmed that the laborers used to dig out the invaluable artifacts were abducted by an Eastern European fascist militia. This militia thus provided the owners with a constant supply of slaves. During a press conference, Chief Inspector Viktor Palinsky said, "These astonishing finds confirm accounts from forced workers that the criminal excavation venture was set up following the permafrost thaw. The permafrost, thought to have been in existence for 6,000 years, has been slowly melting due to the effects of global warming. To what end the owners were intent on excavating the invaluable artifacts and resources is not yet known."
Typical of the town, judging from what I've seen so far of the architecture here.
she's not a vendor. Maybe she's a peruser. One of these things does not look like the others.
An antique shop, but not the one I'm looking for.
Curiostatin. Nope. No walking off the beaten path then. We'll go back here. Nope.
Miller's? Oh, straight ahead, Fraulein. You can't miss it.
That prominent, huh?
No, that isn't the antique shop I'm looking for.
Landstival?
Hello? Please refrain from touching the merchandise. Hello? Please refrain from touching the merchandise.
Müller und Söhne? It's just over there, on the next corner.
Feels like I've completely lost my appetite since the mines. And yet, Wagen is famous the world over for its cakes. Müller und Söhne. Müller and Son. This must be the place.
Well, I'm not entering yet, am I? Okay, what?
I thought as much. So, Hans was here in Wagen after all. That hallmark on that sphere proves it. Wonder what that automaton was used for. I have to get a closer look. Well, that is if someone lets me in.
Not yet. I want to explore.
Can't be this way.
Wait. This shop is wrong. This can't be the Müller antique store I'm looking for, or art antiquity store I'm looking for. It does not look like Rose's store at all. Hers was not on a corner like that. Oh, there's quite a bit to explore. How much of the city do I get to explore at the end of it? Huh. Brick.
The top brands have nonetheless managed to get a foothold in the district.
That's so weird. A brick door.
That reminds me of the Souk of the Yukels. I really miss not traveling with them sometimes.
You mean you really miss traveling with them sometimes? Hello?
Must be nice to live here, in the heart of the district and yet away from prying eyes, like in another world.
Oh.
Even Simon Steiner wouldn't have done any better. I hope he and his granddaughter are okay.
Yeah.
What an authentic district. Brings up memories, too. But I should focus on the Muller.
Can't leave now.
Interrupted. Shoot. I thought it'd be fine.
Inventory day. Ring 3 times for urgent matters.
Hey!
You rang?
Yes. Sorry to bother you.
Got it. Okay.
Hello. I mean, guten Tag. Herr Müller?
Guten Tag, Fräulein. I am stock-taking, if you will.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but if you don't mind, I'd like to show you a painting.
A painting?
Yes, of someone I'm looking for. A girl who apparently looked like me.
Well, I'm rather busy. But all right. Show me.
You see? It has the name of your shop on it.
Yes, the label certainly comes from here. It's very old, though.
It's the only clue I have as to the whereabouts of the girl.
I see.
My guess is, whoever owned the painting must have been a client of the shop before the painting was stolen by the Brown Shadow during the Second World War.
That's all very possible. That was when the shop sold materials for artists. As you can see, we don't sell that type of article anymore. Do you mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. Do you know anything about the artist?
Well, I'd say the style is close to the Naturalist school, which makes sense given the date on it. The signature is very faint. From what I can make of it... No, the name doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, Fraulein.
I've been told I look like the model in the painting. A slight exaggeration, no doubt. But is there any chance that you know who she could have been?
There's no exaggeration, Fraulein.
Indeed, she does look like you. But I'm sorry, I have never seen her before.
How could the case have come from your shop?
Going by the date, the painting must have been done in my grandfather's day. Back then, the shop sold materials for art, and this type of case would have been used to protect a painting. Or to carry documents, a manuscript, or even sheet music. Apart from that, there's not much else I can tell you.
Pity. You were my last hope.
I can tell you where it was painted, though, if it's any help.
Oh?
Yes, I'm certain. That's the refuge at the Silberspiegel. You can make out the mountain circus in the background. It overlooks Wagen and leads to the Swiss border.
Right.
You can get there by the tramway. Just head southeast and get off at the end of the line.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Mind you, there's quite a hike from the station to the refuge.
Oh, I'll manage.
Anything else, Fräulein?
Actually, there is. I noticed an object in your window there. A strange metal sphere which might work with an automaton mechanical heart I have.
Yes, it's an authentic Vorarlberg.
Do you mind if I try it?
No, not at all. Let me get it for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Ha 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 ha.
It moved. Maybe it can be opened. Looks like there's something underneath its scales.
Okay. Ha! Miniature element. I knew it!
A Vorarlberg key.
You sold your living room? N293670. Like an armadillo or N2.
Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over.
9. 3. 6. 7. 0. Ha 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 ha.
A Vorarlberg lock.
Of course it's the shape and the heart. Why would what else would it be? Man, really looking bad. That's a nice touch. That is a real nice touch. Can it just keep going? The sound of the background keeps building.
Fascinating.
Ha! It is an armadillo.
Oscar, can you hear me?
Hello, Kate Walker.
Ha ha! He even sounds like the better version, the original version.
Oscar, I'm so glad you're back among the living.
Delighted to see you too, Kate Walker. But I seem to have an internal management issue. This host body's instincts seem to be at odds with me, and...
Oscar, is everything all right? Oscar? Oscar, come back!
Oh dear, I can't control myself. Help, please, Kate Walker. Help me.
Oscar, where are you going?
I can't help it, Kate Walker. It's taking me away.
Oscar! Wait! Come back!
I am out of control, Kate Walker. Help.
Hey, what the?
Kate Walker! Help!
Oscar, wait!
Wait, what's he doing?
That thing is crazy.
Talk to me, Oscar! Oscar, answer me! Oscar!
Yeah, that's true. But still, this is ridiculous. Fun, but ridiculous. John Oliver. Can't put a face or picture
Oscar,
to the name.
Are you there? Talk to me, Oscar! Have you seen an automaton? Like a small animal.
Oh, I sure did. The little bugger just rushed inside this coffer.
Well, do you have the key?
Oh, I have plenty on my stall. Please feel free to find the right one, and then get the hell out of here with that pet of yours.
Hang on, Oscar. Just stay where you are, okay?
That shouldn't be a problem given the situation, Kate Walker. But please hurry. This host body's instincts are fighting me for control.
Could be this one. Or another. Oh, come on, there must be a way to see which key is the right one for the coffer. I guess it could open the coffer. Well, this one could work with the coffer. I guess.
Oh, that one's unique.
That one could be as good as any.
Yep, it matches the patterns. Heart-shaped circle, 8 diamond.
This is the one. Ah, there you... Oscar! No! Don't! Oscar! Don't move!
Oscar has become gone from an engineer to an assistant to a...
Oscar? Ah, there you are!
My apologies, Kate Walker, but it seems I am unable to take over this body's instincts. It won't budge.
Hang in there, Oscar. I'll find something to force it out. I mean, you out. Whatever. You know what I mean.
Please hurry, Kate Walker!
Okay. Zero of 1.
Oh, Mom.
1 of 1. Now what?
No, I can't use that. Hey, wait a second.
Kate Walker, what are you...
Sorry, Oscar. It's all I could come up with. You need to fight it, Oscar.
Help!
Fight it, Oscar.
But I can't!
This is absolutely silly, but just charming.
You can do it, Oscar. I know you can. He's trapped in a dead end. I got him now.
Maybe should not have wound up the body so much.
Oscar, what are you doing?
I am unable to control the beast's infernal instinct. Help me, Kate Walker.
Okay, calm down. Good boy. Nice and easy. That a boy.
Now, why? Why did Hans Warburg design a pet automaton with a Z whatever model heart. Why? He didn't even make those bodies yet. That doesn't happen a couple decades later.
Come here. Who's my boy? Come here now. Oh, he's such a good boy. Come on. That's enough. You come back here right now. Oscar! Oscar, don't! Oscar!
Sounds like he's having fun. Ah!
Oscar, please! Come back! I need you!
Who knows? No, I don't want to give up. Give me back Oscar.
What the hell was that beast?
Herr Muller said to take the tram to get to the refuge. No, not again. Not Oscar. Oh, darn it, why do I have to lose everyone I love?
Are they gonna make Oscar a little pathetic again in this one? He was kind of cool in the third one. Actually having some autonomy for an automaton. The fact that she's not interested in running anymore is like nice touch. Just somberly walking around. Oh, so she can't. Never mind.
It should be locked up.
Was that her? She sounded very deep.
What the hell is my broom doing here?
The damn thing is on the loose, huh? Well, good riddance.
Herr Muller, if you don't mind.
Can't be this way.
Okay, let's see where this train goes. Because that's how I'm gonna find Oscar. And it ends. Terminates. Right there. And we don't know where it goes from there. Got it.
So, couldn't you catch it?
No, sorry. I lost your Vorarlberg sphere.
Oh, forget it. Nobody wanted it anyway. And it was taking up window space. Automatons don't fascinate people like they used to. I imagine you're the only one who will notice it's gone.
It's a terrible loss indeed. More than I could say. But thanks for all your help anyway.
You are very welcome. Good day to you, Fraulein.
Thank you, Herr Müller. I'm off to the mountain refuge you told me about. Good day. Come on, Kate. Herr Müller gave you all the pieces of information you needed. And Oscar must be long gone now. Better move on to the tram.
It's such a shame that they didn't give Oscar more dignity. After everything he's been through. I wouldn't even know there was a hole there. And I don't even know what that section is.
Herr Muller said to take the tram to get to the refuge.
Are you all right, Fraulein?
Thank you for your concern. Vaughan, November 27th, 2005. Dear Mrs. Foster, I have arrived in Vaughan, Osterthal, where I have been able to quickly pick up Miss Walker's trail. She was staying for a while in a local guest house, but had already left by the time I arrived. It is not going to be easy to find out if she has left the town or moved to another address. The guest house owner, a certain Frau Wagner, seems to hold her in very high esteem and has categorically refused to help me. It was all I could do to get Frau Wagner to tell me that Miss Walker went to the antiques district on her first day in the city. I shall have to follow Kate's footsteps in order to reconstitute her trials and tribulations in Vaughan. Never mind, though. After all, it's been my routine for almost the last 3 years now. I am going to 313. That doesn't match my system clock. 3 minutes 13 seconds since my last save. I'm gonna call it quits for tonight and continue this the next time. But to save, we'll probably just travel to Silberspiegel anyways. Using the different locales for passage of time is a nice touch. Thanks for the follow, Snatcher. Yeah, you too. Oh, those are nice touches in the design. The traction gear. the levering so it stays level. Very nice touch. I wonder if I should have visited the hotel. Hotel? B&B? Whatever it would be. Ah well. Whoa. Ha! I'm really tempted to just keep playing. This is a very good game. But gotta call it quits. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you when I see you. Till next time. Bye.